Hello and welcome to the Women Changing the World podcast. I'm your host, Olivia D'Souza, and today I am interviewing Maria Faalafi. Is that right? Did I say it right?
Perfect.
Thank you.
Hi, Olivia.
Great to see
You too.
you. Okay, I'll do an introduction for you. Okay,
Thank
so
you.
Maria thought she had it all: the career, the house, the partner, the perfect lifestyle. But she suddenly became ill and couldn't find the answers, and she had to question everything. She left her stressful corporate job, sold her home, and completely transformed her world through healthy diet and a sustainable, chemical-free lifestyle. When she finally healed, a new passion was born. So she embarked on a journey to share what she had learned, and she started Eco Marketplace and Eco Healthy Finder, two businesses based on her core values, which are passion for sustainability and healthy food. And she continues her mission to help others change the world. That sounds amazing. What a journey.
It's a bit of a journey, why not? I started going one way in the path, and it just completely sent me the total opposite way. So here I am now.
Wow. So, can you tell us a bit more about that story? How did it unfold for you?
Well, yes, I was living, in the corporate world. I was actually living in Sydney back then, so even more stressed, driving 1.5 hours each way to work. I was an engineering drafter. I had a really good paid job. Yeah, it just had everything that you could possibly that I thought I wanted back then. A wonderful partner and the house that I wanted. Um, so everything, I was also doing uni as well to add to the stress. And I think everything just caught up with me. All the stress, the unhealthy lifestyle, I was eating whatever I wanted. Nothing made me sick. I was fine. I was putting anything I wanted on me, like I never looked at an ingredient in my life. I thought, oh, this looks good. Okay, I'm just going to buy it. So yes, it was all going fine, so I thought.
Mm.
And then out of nowhere, I just started feeling really sick. I went down to 42 kilos, and I wasn't retaining any food. I was just so ill. Like I remember, like I would go out with friends, then I'd come back and I would have like panic attacks, and I couldn't breathe that night time. I couldn't sleep sometimes 3, 4 nights in a row. And I just wasn't sure what was wrong with me. I went to numerous doctors. Everyone was just like, it's all in your head. Your blood seems fine. Everything seems fine. And I'm like, no, it's not in my head. I was fine, a few weeks ago. And I had to, it took many months of being really sick and just going downhill. I had to quit my job, and I had to just to try to find out exactly what was wrong with me, and try to heal. So then I started looking into alternatives, because obviously, just the doctors just couldn't help me. So
Mhm.
I just went, okay, let's see what else I can do. Um, and that's when I started seeing naturopaths and going more the natural sort of way. And I thought, I have nothing to lose, from changing to a healthy lifestyle. It's either going to fix me or it's not, and I'm just going to be the same. So I just thought, why not? Let's just try these. And I just started, just living organic, healthier lifestyle. I quit all my processed foods and sugar, gluten, dairy, anything that was kind of putting pressure on my digestive system or my actual system. I just kind of pushed it aside. Things like, chemicals, I just got rid of everything.
Mhm.
um, I started studying, a bit more about what, let's just say, like things like perfumes. Perfumes can really do a lot of damage, in hormonal. And I just thought, wow, when I started looking at the ingredients of the products that I was using every day, personally or the house, or even eating, or I just thought, wow, how can no one know this? Like why no one told me this before? And yeah, slowly I just started healing just through diet and lifestyle.
Wow. So it worked.
Yeah, it is amazing, and it does. I think it does take a while, but I especially, and this is one of the things that I want to get out there. When it comes to depression, anxiety, I was up here. It was probably as bad as it can get. Um, Daily panic attacks. I would look at even the couch that I used to be, you know, laying down when I was sick, and I will get a panic attack just because it would remind me of being sick. And anxiety, I couldn't travel, I couldn't even get out of the house. Sometimes anxiety was just through the roof, and these looping thoughts, that I thought were just going to, I just couldn't get out of it. I thought there's no way out. And this is what I'm trying to get out there for anyone that has depression, anxiety. There is a way out, and through changing your lifestyle. I think there is, especially when there isn't a reason to be depressed. So if you went through something and then you feel depressed, and then you think, okay, well, when, someone died or someone, there is a reason. I had no reason to be depressed. My life was perfect. I'm like, why do I feel so empty, and I feel like this, and I feel so much anxiety? I had to find out why. And there's a few things, but one of them was my gut. My gut was just so wrecked that it couldn't give me the happy hormones that my body needed. So yeah, healing truly brought me back to life in a way.
Did you have any anxiety or depression before you started feeling physically sick? Or did it all, yeah.
Never experienced anxiety or depression. Like, oh, I think before, maybe when I was a teenager, we're a bit hormonal, and you're like, oh, I'm a bit depressed. You know what I mean? Like just like a review, but nothing like this. This depression was like, I wasn't sad, I was numb. It was
Hmm.
just numb. I felt nothing. I would look at my husband and I felt nothing. I would look at uh, things that I would love before, and I just felt numb. It was horrible. It was truly, yeah, it wasn't just like, I would prefer being sad than feeling that numbness.
Well, I guess it's to do with the food, like you were saying, but also I'd imagine that if you can't get an answer on what's wrong with you and it just seems like no one can help you, and on top of that, they say that it's in your head. Did they actually, that's what they were actually, I can't believe people, I do hear those stories, but it's so hard to believe. I believe you, but it's so incredible that it happens. That's terrible.
It's good when you already depressed or anxious, and then someone's saying to you, "There's nothing wrong with you; it's all in your head." Then you start thinking, "Oh my God, there is something wrong." Like that, like just going, why me? Why can I just be normal? Why do I feel like this? Why I shouldn't be feeling like this?" So you feel guilty for feeling a certain way when you shouldn't. Like there was no reason. There was no. I just wanted diagnostic. I just wanted someone to say, "This is what's wrong with me," and this what's wrong with you, and how to fix it. But I just had no answers, and that's so much worse sometimes than having an actual answer and knowing how to fix it.
That's terrible.
Yeah,
People should know.
I'll feel more numbing.
Okay, so then you found a nature path that I mean, did you find it easy to change diets? Because I think maybe it was easy because you were so motivated.
No, I was, a lot of people when they go, oh, if someone cuts sugar from me or chocolate, I'll die. That's it. Like that was me. That was like, I'm like, nah. You cannot cut sugar out of there. You cannot cut gluten. I'm from an Italian background. I love bread and pasta and pizza, and that's what I ate, you know?
Okay, so could you explain, Maria, your why for doing this? Because you learnt about how it helped you. So, how did you go from that to making this your passion and your career and what you do now?
Well, I think I just want to communicate how it can be done. I was a person that I always thought things were too hard, to try to be either sustainable or live a healthier lifestyle. I just put it in the too hard basket. So I always wanted to eat healthier. I always wanted to live more sustainably, and I just thought, oh, it's just too hard because my small actions are probably not going to make a great impact. But once I got very very ill, I think a lot of my fears were actually I was able to put them aside and go, you know what? If I'm able to get over these, I'm able to do anything. Just to put it out there and that people can do anything that they want. Doesn't matter what that is. That sometimes, it is our fears that stops us from moving forward and going where we want to be and following the path that we're supposed to. But our fears just stop us, because we're what if we fail, what if this, and what if someone says this, and there's always the why. And yeah, my why is just for everyone to just get out there and try it and do it, and you can change the world little by little. If we all try to change the world, imagine millions of people trying to change the world. It's not going to be just one of us, it's going to be many at the same time, which will make a huge impact.
That's so true. Each action, all of us make a difference, and it all counts. Did you have any challenges along the way of transitioning from the lifestyle you had before and the career you had before to a new lifestyle and a new career?
Well, yes, I obviously, I had a really well-paid job, so I had to cut down in pay and obviously things like, when you go organic and things like that are a bit more expensive. So I had to get my head around going organic, going, whether it is beauty products or whatever else. But I've realized that by cutting all the junk that I wasn't having, all that money that I was saving was actually I was putting it towards the organic foods and products, and in a way I was either the same sort of spending the same amount of money or even less sometimes because I wouldn't eat all that extra junk and that I thought I needed as well. And also started to when I started to grow my own things, that can also help with the budget as well. I'm not the best at growing things, but I'm trying my best. It's like I've tried, but I'm things like herbs and spinach and things like that you can like it doesn't take too long or too much effort. So then I'm like, now I know what to grow and what not to grow. I've done a lot of trials and a lot of fails too. So I as well, a lot of fails there with growing your own food. So challenges.
I guess it's a matter of retraining your habits and different ways of doing things because I know with my own experience that sometimes we fall back into certain things because we know the kids will eat them or whatever, so we end up with too many carbs and too many things with that have got breadcrumbs on them or um so I
Yes,
get
I know.
so it's a matter of learning new ways, I guess.
It is, yes. And to know that you're not going to be perfect. It's just not going to be perfect. You will have moments that you sleep whether it is like what you eat or going out and then I forgot my takeaway containers. Well, things like that. Or sometimes when you buy things as well, especially with kids, it's really hard to go plastic free or it's really really hard. But what I always try to think is, okay, this is plastic, it's a durable plastic, is it so you go through like a few sort of rules in a way that I'm like, If it's a one of plastic, there's no way I'm touching it, you know? So there is all these things that in a way you can go, okay, I'm not going to be perfect, but what am I, you know, step by step sort of, you know, things that would help me, you know, yeah, just kind of make a decision when you're purchasing things, I guess, in a way.
And what feeling does it give you when you're working with people and you can see that you're helping them to create change in their lives?
Oh, the best. It's so good. Even when we had the cafe and people would come in and tell me their life stories, or when they would really like, let's just say, a certain smoothie that they would never try before. They'll go, oh, green smoothies. And I'm like, just try this. And then they'll try and they go, wow. And then they'll come every day for that same smoothie, you know? So it's just very little simple things that would really bring joy to my life. And or even when I give my friends and family sustainable products and they go, wow, these are great product. I didn't think sustainable meant that it would work, you know, like certain deodorants or whatever. They think, oh no, I'm not, you know, it's natural. It's not going to work for me. And I'm like, no, trust me. I'm Italian. If it works for me, it works for you. And then they do. And then, so it's that kind of, you know, it opens up their eyes. And to me, that is, yeah, the best feeling ever.
Do you have pasta anymore? What happens when you go to these, like, Christmas just passed or some festive occasion where it's all stuff that you normally wouldn't eat? Or do you have replacements?
I usually take my food and my things wherever I go. But, you know, once again, you know, in special occasions, you got to kind of weigh it up. You know, I'm not going to, I've got a sweet tooth and I never kind of think, oh, no, I kind of those, kind of these, you know. So I still try to have, like, have things that make me happy.
So, yeah, tell me a bit about how you just find alternatives for things.
Yeah, so I believe the way I was able to do it was because I replaced things. Instead of saying, oh, I can't have that, you know, I'll say, okay, I feel like having this. Well, what's my alternative? And yes, I did have to learn how to cook again. But whenever I went to a party or anything, I knew I had something sweet, something salty, something, you know, my own sort of things that I'll be happy and I wouldn't feel like I was missing out. Especially as my daughter as well, she doesn't have sugar and she's celiac too, like me. So she actually has her own make cake or cupcakes, and she takes them with her wherever she goes, and she loves it. She's so happy. She just eats what I give her, and she never really wanted the normal cake or whatever else. So yeah, it's just all about tricking the mind that you're still having what you want. That's I think that's the main thing to replace.
It all comes back to the mind, doesn't it? It all starts there. It's about time we need to wrap up. So, is there anything that you'd like to share with people before we do?
I just think don't give up. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on what you think your purpose is. And if you haven't found your purpose, get out there and try new things until you find it. Don't don't just feel like, oh girl, I just have to work and and just live the life that someone maybe told me to live. Yeah, get out there and if things like anxiety and depression are stopping you. Um, Make a change. It's when it comes to depression, anxiety, it's all about healing the gut, the mind as well, and the heart. There's all many things that you can do within yourself to heal, and it does take time, but you will get there. And yeah, so hopefully my story can help other people to go to the right path, the path that they were supposed to do.
And that's what you can help people to with, right? If people are listening or watching, because this will be on YouTube too. So if people are listening or watching and they need help and guidance, they can reach out to you. So can you let us know how they can find you?
Just send me an email. You can reach me maria.f@ecomarketplace.com.au or hello@ecomarketplace.com.au, and just say hi. If you have any questions, just I'll be happy to answer anything, or give you any advice or any guidance. Obviously I don't know all the answers, but I can definitely share anything that I have learned from this journey. Yeah, I'll be more than happy to pass the knowledge through.
Wonderful. Well, we will make sure all those details, your contact details, are in the show notes, as well as the link to buy the incredible book that is so exciting, the Women Changing the World book. And congratulations on being an author for that as well. And thank you so much for speaking with me today.
Thank you so much, Olivia. I truly appreciate it. It's been it's been a great time. So thank you.
Thank you.